Hello and welcome to this ICT lesson. Today we want to learn something about Hypertext Markup Language or HTML. HTML is a computer language that is used for writing web pages. So in short, I can just say here, HTML is used for writing web pages. Writing web pages. And when we say writing web pages, what do we mean? To write a web page simply means to design a web page. You've probably seen on the internet when you Google something, then you click a link, you are taken to a certain website. These websites have very beautiful pages with colors, pictures, text, all those. To make them, you must use HTML plus other languages which we will be able to learn soon. And today, I also want to tell you that HTML is simply a code. What do we mean by code? A language of computer such as HTML uses text which give instructions. The text which give instructions or the text which are made up of rules which are understood by computer is known as code. So we can just say a code, just call it text of programming, text of programming computer language, okay? So in other words, I'm saying the text used to give instructions to computer is known as code. Therefore, code is simply text of programming computer language. And we have so many languages which are used when we are talking of programming. HTML is just one of them. Other languages are like, apart from HTML, we have Java. We also have Python. We also have JavaScript. These are other computer languages which you might learn in future. But what these other languages do might be different from what this HTML language is doing. Therefore, we can simply say different languages are used for different purposes, and some languages share the tasks they can do. For example, you may make an app using Java language, but you can make the same app using Python or JavaScript. But today, we want to see how we can use HTML to create simple web pages. And to do that, we are going to write HTML code. Now, when it comes to HTML code, it is very funny. It has some rules, and these rules must be followed. HTML is a language which has instructions or commands written in tags. Okay? We write them in tags. and a tag contains an opening bracket like that, and also is closed in bracket like that. Those are the rules of HTML. So we can say HTML is a language full of tags, and these tags are what we call markup. That is the reason why it is called hypertext markup language. A good example of tag is this one. If, for example, I want to write a paragraph in HTML, I will use what we call paragraph tag, and paragraph tag is written like this, and it is closed on the other end using a / not backslash, a / with this. So between opening tag and the closing tag, I will write the text I want to be shown on the web page. I mean the text of this paragraph. So if I want this paragraph to write for me hello, I will put those words here between the two tags. Hello guy. So I'm going to write what I want in the paragraph between the closing tag and the opening tag. Another example of a tag in HTML is the one for heading. The one for heading, we write it with H, then we put 1 in it like this. Then we also close it on the other end using H and 1 like that. So whatever text you want to appear inside the heading, you have to put it in the opening tag and the closing tag. And remember, the closing tag has a /. The slash floating or slanting towards the right. So if I want my heading to be, for example, today, I will write the text today between the two tags like this. Another very common tag we have is the image tag. The image tag is written like this, and this is used to insert images into the web page. And unfortunately, this tag is not closed. It is just a single tag which opens, but it is not closed with a /. And inside this image tag, there is a link or attribute, if you like. We call it source, but it is written in short like this. This one is the one given the name of the image. So if my image is called boy, I will give it the name boy, then dot. After this dot is the type of the image file, which I will also explain in coming few minutes. So if my file or the image file is called boy, I will check its type, and we have types such as JPG, PNG. We also have GIF depending on the type of the image. So here I will write, assuming my file is JPG, I will write boy.jpg. Then remember, if I open this quotation mark, I have to close it like this. So this line simply will insert an image called boy into the web page using the image tag. An image tag is not closed with a slash like that. No, we don't do that. It is simply written the way you see it here. Next, if you want to create an empty line, you will use the break tag, and this break tag is also not closed. It is just open and left like that. This will create an empty line for me. If I want another empty line between the text, I will just put another break tag like that. That is how we write empty spaces or empty lines in HTML. By empty line, I mean the full line from left to right like this with nothing in it. So here it is just blank. To write that line or to put space between two items, one on top and another one at the bottom, you use BR tag. I will go ahead and show you how you can check the type of the image, whether it is PNG or JPG or GIF. So let me save this image file so that I show you what I mean. As you can see here, this image I'm saving is of type PNG, and it is an image which contains the writings I have done in MS Paint. Let me just call it, give it the name writings, and click save. Now going to my desktop here, I will open my folder, and in this folder you can see here I have two images, one showing a horse, another one with the writings I was using to show you what is HTML. Now, to know the type of the file, one method is to come to this icon and click it. After you've clicked it, it shows this column type. You can know whether this thing is a JPG file or PNG file. When you click the thumbnail format, this format we call it thumbnail. This one doesn't show, but if you come and click the other one, it shows the type of the file. Another way to know the type of the image file or any other file is to click the file, then press the right mouse button, then choose properties. Now when this properties box appears, you can see here under type of file, here it is JPG. So this host file is of type JPG. I will close. I will click the other image file from MS Paint, right click it, choose properties. Now you can see here it is written type PNG, which means it is different from the one of the host. The other one is type JPG and this one is PNG. So when you are writing any HTML code and you are referring to the image, you must ensure that you take note of the image name, then the image type. I pointed to the picture of the horse. You can see the box appears and it is telling me this file is type JPG. So when I will be writing the name of this file in the HTML, I will write it as horse.jpg for it to show. Now I'm going to start a program called Notepad. This is the program which you should always be using to type your code. It is very simple program and easier to use. I will just come to the search box and type note, and you can see this is the notepad. Click it, then I will simply type the first tag. This tag is for opening the page. Always type in small letters. This one will open my web page. Then I will close my web page down here with HTML, the one with slash. Inside the page, I will split it into two. As you can see from this notepad file, this upper part of the file is called head, and the lower part is called body. The head always contains title. This is what we call page title. And the body is the part we normally type information. So even in the web page I'm going to create, I'm going to define head. Then I will also define body. You remember, with the head tag you have to close it with / like that. Same to the body. If I create it there, I have to close it down here, just like that. This is what we call page title. Here in my notepad file, the page title is untitled-notepad. Even on my web page, I want a title, and I will use the title tag like that. Then I will close it with slash and type it like that. Then between this tag and the opening tag and the closing tag, between, I will type the text I want to appear in my title. In this case, I will just call it hose page. Then in the body is where I type my information. I want heading. Then I will close that heading tag with slash. And in between the opening and the closing tag, I will write the information I want to appear in the heading. And in that case, I will write here famous hose. Okay. Then here I will write a paragraph and say the following. Many houses have tried to run faster than this one, but this always emerge winner. Okay, so this is the text I want to appear on the paragraph. Then at the end, I will close with brackets, 2 brackets, then put P. There, I can put P there. I can as well add the second paragraph here and write here next time attend was pressing to see it running faster than the rest. Then that is the end of my paragraph. So I will close it with / then P. And finally, what I'm going to do, I want to put the picture of my horse here. So I will come after the two paragraphs and write img source, then put the name of my, I will put here the name of my horse. It is called horse, and type, remember it was .jpg. And this is the heading. I want this heading to be red in color, so I will style it. I will come after number 1 here and put space. Then I will just write style equal sign, then put 2 quotation marks like that. And in the quotation mark, I will just write a color, then colon, red, then semicolon. So I'm coloring it red by applying the styling rule. You start with this style, put equal sign, put 1 single quote, in between, write color, then colon. After colon, write the color you want, then close with semicolon. Now I will go ahead and save this page. Click File, Save. My folder is on the desktop. I will open my folder. So always save the web page and the picture in the same folder, else the picture will not appear. I will go ahead here and type the name for this page. Let me just call it web page. Then at the end of the name, you have to put the word .html. That is the only way you will make it into a web page. If you don't do that, it will be saved as a text document. You can see here, type is text document. If you want to avoid that, you will have to put at the end .html. Now it won't be a text document, it will be a web page which will be opened by Google Chrome or any other web browser such as Microsoft Edge or Mozilla Firefox. Let me save. Let me minimize this. So here I can now open my folder, and you can see it changed into a web page which can be opened by Chrome. You can see here on the box which popped up, it has written type is Chrome HTML document, meaning it is an HTML web page. I will go ahead, double click this web page for you to see what it contains. After refreshing this web page and opening it, you can see now the title is horse page, and we have the heading is red in color, the way I styled it, and I have 2 paragraphs. The one is many horses have tried to run faster than this one, but this always emerge winner. Next time attend horse racing to see it running faster than the rest. Those are the 2 paragraphs which I created, and this is a picture which I inserted. That is how simple it is to create web pages using HTML computer language. Thank you for participating. I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.